Hello and welcome back to the conversation. We are talking to the CEO of Bellwood Homes, Valerie Boucher, about giving back to her community. And joining the conversation now is Robin Latimore. She started the Robin Latimore Foundation after a very close friend was diagnosed with breast cancer. Now her life mission is to provide scholarships and stipends to cancer survivors, caregivers, and children. What a beautiful mission that is. Tell me, what happened to your close friend that made you want to help?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Portia, for having me here.
My pleasure.
One of my very close friends from college, we were at Fort Valley State University, and she was very, very healthy, a good athlete, very muscular. I saw her years later at a football game and noticed that she was completely bald. And even though she was beautiful, I just had to know why she shaved her head. And as I talked to her, she told me that she had breast cancer. Well, it was my ignorance that someone that was living such a great lifestyle could still
healthy, fit,
yes, could still have cancer.
The diagnosis.
Yes. And so I joined her on her journey, getting the chemo and the radiation treatment.
You went to those visits?
I went to those visits with her. And while she was getting the treatments that she needed, I met some young people, 15, 16, 17 years old. And it kind of touched me that they were getting treatment as well.
I bet that hits differently when you see
absolutely
much younger people.
Absolutely it does. And so sitting there waiting, we got into a conversation and I asked them what did they want to be when they grew up. And they would tell me, well, I would love to go to college, but it's very hard for my parents because of the medical treatments and the cost of everything.
The expensive medical.
Everything was so expensive.
College is even harder.
Yes.
Right. So what did you decide to do from there?
Well, I asked, were there any entities that they knew of that could assist? And they said, no, if there are any out there, we don't know of. And so I started my own, and I went to Facebook. And I went to talking to all of the people that follow me, all of the audiences that come to see me perform, and telling them this is what I want to do. And when I put it out there.
So it's crowdfunding.
Absolutely.
Essentially, right?
Essentially. Yes, ma'am, it was.
So how hard was that to convince people, look, this is what I want to do. I need you to help. Explain.
Well, for me, it wasn't too hard because most of the people that know me and follow me, they know that I'm a pretty upstanding person. However, if it were me, I want to know where my money's going.
Right.
So I make sure that I talk with the parents of the kids that I sponsor to let them know, listen, my audience needs to see who this money is going to and how it's benefiting them.
Right. Folks know you as a jazz singer.
That's right.
But you're also trying to say, listen, I need you to trust me here. There's more that we need to do as a community.
Absolutely.
Right? And that concept of community is so important, right? That's also what motivated you to say, okay, we're building these homes, but let's do more, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, I was really touched by her story, because when you see people in need, we're here to help and love each other. And when you can't do that, then there's something going on with you on the inside.
Absolutely. Let's talk about Lunch and Learn.
Lunch and Learn.
What happens?
Lunch and Learn is where I have 4 cancers that we teach about. And these 4 cancers are the ones that I saw that were taking out my community the most. That was breast cancer, prostate cancer, cervical cancer, and colon cancer.
Right.
So I got doctors that were specialists in all of those that joined my board, and they would provide the learn part of it.
Right.
And whatever entity wanted that free service that we do, provided the lunch.
Nice. So let's talk then about how from the learning comes the lessons and the giving, because now you are essentially helping students at colleges all over, right?
I do what I can. I'm very small. I started out my very first.
You got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere. My very first scholarship recipient, the money came from Facebook, and we awarded her with $1,025.
Right.
And each year we were able to give her additional monies while she was continuing to be in school.
Good.
And so it kind of branched out from there. And so not just helping the kids, but helping the community as well, because we found that most people don't go get checkups.
Right.
So we take the Lunch and Learn series to you, Any entity that wants it, they can get it for free.
Good.
And then they can ask questions of the doctor after the Q&A. And then, we hope that will, help someone get to see a doctor so that once you catch things in the first phase of something,
right,
you can pretty much knock it out.
And that's so important because you're learning, teaching, giving, doing everything that we all want to try to find more ways to do.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
What a powerful, powerful story. All right, stand by, ladies, because coming up after the break, he is the last living member of his immediate family, but his life purpose is still to serve others. You're going to meet Mr. Scott Greenhunt when we return.